is News 4 Tucson, live at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Former U of A football coach Rich Rodriguez says he's angry about how school officials handled his firing last year in what he said is his first sit-down interview since getting dismissed almost 15 months ago. Rodriguez talked to News 4 Tucson investigator Matthew Schwartz about his firing, his frustration, and his family. It's a story you'll see only on 4.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay, thanks. In a new place. A great new place at Ole Miss, and I've been busy at work with that, and so it's good to get back on the grass, so to speak, and get back to coaching.
Rich Rodriguez was fired as UA's football coach almost 15 months ago. After a year off from coaching, he was hired in December as the offensive coordinator at the University of Mississippi.
Today, we'll get better. Everybody follow me? Good job. Let's get a break it here. Let's go.
You miss Tucson?
Sure, I love Tucson, and in fact, we still have our house here. And when you're here just a couple years, you make a lot of good friends. When you're here 6 or 7 years, you make a lot of close friends and guys that you're used to seeing every week or almost every day. You know, I miss the players, certainly. You know, the people I worked with, the coaching staff.
As we reported Monday in what he said was his first sit-down interview since getting fired, Rodriguez criticized UA officials for dismissing him after 6 seasons via email. The 55-year-old West Virginia native denied sexual harassment claims leveled by his former administrative assistant in her threatened multi-million-dollar lawsuit, previously calling it extortion. He said he voluntarily took a lie detector test and passed.
I guess, can you be a little bit angry, a little bit frustrated, but still grateful? And I guess that's kind of the world I was in and had been in the last year and a half.
Rodriguez, whose daughter works at News 4 Tucson, was fired despite an outside law firm concluding it could not substantiate his former administrative assistant's harassment claim or that he ran a hostile workplace. But UA President Robert Robbins and Athletic Director Dave Hickey said they became aware of information which caused them to be concerned with the direction and climate of the football program. If you could do anything over again during your time here, on or off the field, what would it be?
Oh, there's a lot of play calls I'd like to take back and other things. And there's always recruiting decisions that, maybe, maybe you could have got this guy or things like that. But, I don't look back with a whole lot of regrets, other than the fact that, I didn't have a chance to finish or see these guys through, the young guys that we had back in the 2017 season.
His UA coaching record of 43-35 displeased some boosters, but Rodriguez thought the team was on the verge of big things.
Would I like to continue in that role and be able to, get to the Rose Bowl and compete for a Pac-12 championship? Absolutely. And do I think that we were headed there? Absolutely. So that part is disappointing.
You think you were given a raw deal here in the end?
Fair question. It's hard to talk about, being a raw deal because I was blessed to be the head coach at U of A for 6 years.
We asked if he'd like to be a head coach again.
Yes, but I don't think I have to. I've been the head coach for 24 years, and I've been fortunate to be around a lot of great players, great communities, great schools, had success, and made a great living doing it.
His contract at the U of A was to run until 2020, so he could have coached his son, Rhett, a sophomore quarterback, until he graduated.
I'd love to have been able to be the head coach for my son.
Emotional. That was kind of a dream when you came here from Carolina Foothills, Coach.
Excuse me.
Despite the way it ended here, Rodriguez thanked the U of A president and athletic director, saying after he got fired, when potential employers called, Robbins and Hickey were professional and did not disparage him. And he said before Ole Miss hired him, he was thoroughly vetted by the Southeastern Conference. Investigating for you, Matthew Schwartz, News 4 Tucson.